Hi, how's everybody doing today? This is Sean. I'm here with a special video. I wanted everybody to go check out this guy, Patrick Lancaster, if you're interested in the truth of what's going on in Ukraine and Russia. The Russian people are actually fighting neo-Nazis over there. This guy's live in Ukraine. He's been over there for 8 years. His name's Patrick Lancaster. There's another guy named Gonzalo Laurora. He's over there also. He's telling people what's going on. But this video is quite graphic. So if you have children or anybody that's sensitive, please leave the room. And all you assholes on Twitter and Instagram calling for war, you never been in war before, you don't know what the hell you're talking about, you don't know what the fuck is going on. These are innocent people that have nothing to do with anything. It's just like you and I. They just want to go to work. They just want to be, not bothered with anybody. They're human beings. We should be treated like that. And what's going on over there is a fucking massacre. Literally, it's been going on for 8 years or more. And it's everything you hear on television. Every mainstream media journalists are fucking warmongers. They're paid by these big techs to promote war because there's a lot of money in war. The stock market's going up in war sales. You name any kind of company that makes bombs, tanks, you name it, they're fucking making shit tons of money. These people are war criminals. They should be arrested and executed for high crimes against humanity and treason. Anybody involved in spreading this kind of fucking bullshit about what's going on over there to try to get kids to go on TikTok and tell people to join and fight against the Russian army is fucking insane. They don't stand a chance, these poor people. It's not some fucking video game where you get to play again. When you die in this shit, you die for real. And let's hear what this man has to say. He's there live. I would suggest people go and take a look at this dude's videos before they take him off YouTube. He's a regular fella just like you and I. He's over there and he's trying to tell people what's going on, and let's see what happens.
Center Donetsk has just been hit by shelling, it seems. Headed there. People are running through the streets looking to see what has happened. Shelling has just hit Center Donetsk. We see behind me here, all these stores have been knocked out.
This guy's, he just can't believe what he's seeing. This is what happens in war. It's not a video game. This is real life. These are real people. This guy just got blown up. Poor fella. My prayers are with him. As I said, this is not a video for the faint of heart.
We see at least one injured man here, already in the hospital. See that there's at least 2 shells that came down, one here and then one there. Children are running.
Снимайте, сволочь!
And Center Donetsk has just been hit in a shelling attack. Donetsk is the capital of the anti-Ukraine government in Donetsk People's Republic. Ukraine has launched an attack on the civilian center. There's no military here. You see this a food carrying truck with vegetables in the back has been destroyed. We've already seen one man injured, put in the ambulance, bloody. Here's another civilian car hit. You see the ambulance? There's another car. It's mayhem. These are civilians. Civilians. There's a A city bus hit. This is the center of Donetsk with a deliberate attack on the civilian area by Ukraine forces. A civilian bus with a man
my
killed.
sweet Jesus, have mercy.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Oh shit.
These are real people. Okay, they're not actors. This ain't some bullshit.
Ukraine has been decimating the civilian population here for 8 years. We count 6 bodies so far of civilians.
This is what war looks like. All you assholes on Twitter talking about Putin and Ukraine and stuff, you don't know what the hell you're talking about, okay? You're not over there. You're being fed a bunch of lies. You just seen these innocent people on this bus that they're probably going to work, not doing a thing to anybody, and just got fucking blown the fuck up, dude. My heart is broken when I see shit like this. Because I see all these fucking assholes on YouTube. They talk about football games and rigged games and shit, and they got thousands of motherfuckers watching their videos, and they will never come out and help anybody understand what's going on in the world. Most of them are saying they were in the military, they never were in the military, or they're in some bullshit ROTC or some shit like that, and it's false honor, false fucking value, whatever you want to call it. I don't care. That's the point I'm making is nobody else in the truth community is making videos about what's going on. This guy's out here risking his life to show you what the truth is going on there. The Ukrainian government just blew up their own fucking people. It wasn't the Russians. It was none of that bullshit you hear on TV. And believe me when I tell you, I'm going to be the first to tell you, there's going to be a false flag somewhere in America. These assholes are going to do something here, and they're going to blame the Russians and try to pull us into World War III because they're maniacs. And Jimmy Dore did a story on this a few weeks ago, and he's talking about the neo-Nazis. They're in control of the Ukraine government. They're being sponsored by, even Biden was shaking hands with one of these guys. It's on the Jimmy Dore show. He was explaining all that. We may go to that on this video. I may pause it and I may shoot over to Jimmy Dore, and also another guy I was telling you about, Gonzalo Laura. This is so important that you understand what's going on, because our government is putting out so much propaganda about Russia, and I am 50 years old. I have been hearing about Russia and China all my life, how rotten they are and all this other shit, and there's no doubt Putin is an evil son of a bitch. But these neo-Nazis, if they ever get in control, you think Hitler was bad? It is nothing compared to what these fucks will do. They will wipe out the whole entire fucking population of people on this planet and think nothing of it. That's how fucking shot out they are. They're gone. You cannot petition evil. I keep telling people this, and they don't want to listen. This is the facts of the matter. This guy's over here. Let's take a little more on this, and go and subscribe to this guy's channel. Like I said, his name is Patrick Lancaster, and it's called PL News Today, and this shit is fucking serious stuff here. You're not going to get this on NBC. You're not going to get this on CBS. You're not going to get this on Fox News. The only person who's talking about this is Tucker Carlson, because he doesn't get any kind of sponsored money, so he's willing, he can say whatever he wants to, and that's why he's anti-war. And all these people that want war have never been in war. They've never been around anything like this, and of course they want to see it. It's like a fucking television show to them. There's nothing cool about this shit. These are innocent people. This could be your grandparents, your family members, and one day, whatever they're doing in other countries, they're going to do it here in this country. Mark my words. Anything they do in other countries, they're going to do it here.
Slow breeze is slow. Huh? Slow breeze is slow.
Jesus, Mary, and Joseph.
Another civilian car. Their phone's ringing right now. Their family is calling to see if they're okay. They're not. to be an elderly man or woman. That's 6 bodies we've seen so far.
Oh my Lord. Oh my Lord. Oh my God. Holy Mary, Mother God. I can't watch any more of this. This is what I'm talking about. This isn't a fucking video game. This is real life. This person is literally in pieces. They got blown out of the fucking building. And anybody that wants anything like this to happen to human beings, you have a special place in hell waiting for you. I'm sorry, I can't do this anymore. Please go check out these videos. I just had to go make this video to let people know what the hell's going on, and I'm not a person who can sit here and watch people suffer and be in agony like this over some fucking money and oil and whatever other fucking bullshit that's going on over there. These are human beings. These are just like we're all the same. We're just trying to live life, try to understand each other, try to get along. And yes, you're going to have evil people in the world that do horrible things, and you got to stand up to these fuckers. But in this case, this has been going on for 8 years. The Ukraine government has been blasting the shit out of these people. They're neo-Nazis, and they did this. It wasn't Russia. There's a guy right on the ground. He's telling you what's going on. And you can go out there and watch this. And I'm telling you, before they even let you look at this video, they're going to tell you that, you know, are you sure you want to watch it? And, you know, they're censoring it. But I'm going to put a pause here for a second, and we're going to get Jimmy Dore, one of the videos I wanted you to see, because the guy's talking about how the neo-Nazis taking over Ukraine government, and how proud they are of what they're doing to these people. And then if anybody else is, if they ever become a powerful country, they're going to, you know, start World War III with everybody. So let's take a pause for a second. Okay, we're back, and this is a little example of what's going on in Ukraine and what Putin's actually trying to do in Ukraine. Jimmy Dore's going to break it down. This was PBS News Hour, and it says, analyze Putin's claim that war on Ukraine is to target Nazis is absurd. Here's why. And we're going to hear what Jimmy Dore has
Remember,
to say.
it's funded by oligarchs and the government, so you're not getting the truth from PBS, even though you think you are. You're just as bad as anything else out there, PBS. Analysis, Putin's claim that war on Ukraine is to target Nazis is absurd. Here's why. So he says he's going to fight those Nazis. So in case you don't know what's happening, there was supposed to be an agreement in 2014 called the Minsk Agreement, which after they overthrew the government in Ukraine, they kept shelling the people in eastern Ukraine, right, who didn't want to go along with the overthrow. And so those people are ethnic Russians. So they identify with Russia, and they didn't want to be part of this new undemocratic government. And so they would shell them, and they killed 14,000 of them over the last 8 years, even though there was supposed to be a ceasefire in 2015 called the Minsk Agreement. And so Putin says he's going in to stop that slaughter of those people in the east of Ukraine, which the Ukraine government hasn't stopped shelling. Now, that is true. Now, I'm also against his invasion. War is not a good idea. So, but here, there's PBS claiming that there is the claim of Nazis is wrong. And there was also even People magazine got into it. So here's Alex Rubinstein. So we're gonna lay this all out for you. This would be nice. He says, watch Yevhen Karas, the leader of Ukraine's neo-Nazi terror gang C-14's speech from Kiev earlier this month. Straight from the horse's mouth, he dispels the many narratives pushed by the left, the mainstream media, and the State Department. So he's going to brag about he's not denying he's a Nazi, and he's going to brag that of all the influence they had in the coup, and that the fact that the coup wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for the Nazis. Watch this. So he says Maidan was the victory of the nationalist ideas. That was the coup that took place. That was the coup that took place. And he said that was the victory for the nationalist ideas. Well, what does nationalist mean? It means Nazi ideas, right? Okay.
Націоналісти якби були
Nationalists were the key factor there, and clearly at the front lines.
ключовим фактором однозначно і на фронті. Зараз дуже багато є спекуляцій. Ну, нація
Now, there is a lot of speculation saying, well, there were only a few neo-Nazis.
було небагато, там, ну, ЛГБТшники, там, посольства, кажуть, скільки?
LGBT and foreign embassies are saying there were not much neo-Nazis on Maidan, maybe about 10% of the real ideological ones.
Було там нациків. Нациків там було там 10% там, ну, запаяних ідейних. Ну, це ж питання в тому, це може так казати лише
The thing is that such a thing can say only a moron that never was at war.
Не знаю, наскільки
And don't understand that those 10%, maybe even less, 8%,
10%, чи там навіть може даже менше, бо в націоналістів було хай там даже 8%, ну наскільки це
but how much they are and how much more effective in the proportion of influence. So he's saying, yeah, we might have only been 10% or 8%, but what was our effect?
пропорції.
That's what he's saying. What was the proportion of our influence? How much of their effectiveness was? It was endless, he says. He says, if not for those 8% of neo-Nazis, the effectiveness of Maidan would have dropped by 90%. So he's saying most of the credit has to go to these right-wing nationalist neo-Nazis for the coup. So it's the numbers. It's not the point. Also, when they started firing on the crowds, people thought that was the government doing that. Turns out now there's lots of credible evidence that the Nazis were doing it. Like now, some left-wingers like Boll Foundation and so on, they're trying to count numbers to diminish. So the reason why they're doing that is that now the West doesn't want to recognize the Nazis in Ukraine because it's bad for them. It's a bad look. And this guy's saying something like, there were that many nationalists, they had that much influence. If not for the nationalists, that whole thing, meaning the coup, would have turned into a gay parade. That's what he said. So, okay, so now there's more. Max, you want to comment on any of that?
Well, let's keep it rolling.
Okay, so here's more.
Але стільки зброї не
He says we were now been given so much weaponry, not because some say the West is helping us. So they've been given all this weaponry from the West, and some say it's because they want to help you. And he says, no, that's not why.
Тому що ми хороші, як нам кажуть, нам допомагає Захід, бо вони хочуть нам блага, тому що ми виконуємо
He says not because the West wants the best for us, but because we perform the tasks set by the West.
Заходу. Тому що ми єдині, хто готові
Because we are the only ones who are ready to do them.
виконувати, бо нам весело, нам прикольно.
Because we have fun. We have fun killing, and we have fun fighting.
Бувають і прикольно.
And that's what you're up against. You understand what you're up against now? Because we have fun. We have fun killing and we have fun fighting. It's right out of the horse's mouth. You're going up against these people are so evil. I don't even consider them human beings at this point. They're possessed by demons or some kind of evil we've never seen before. This is the most disgusting thing you can possibly have in your government. And it's only going to spread like a wildfire. And from what I understand, my great-grandparents escaped from Germany when I was, before I was born. And my great-grandfather passed away over there from shit that's happened in time, it was told to me. But, I have relatives from Poland, and I have relatives from Germany. And it was tough times over there in those times in the 30s and 20s and 40s and even 50s, because they're going up against people like this. Their ideologies are warped and sick beyond any type of comprehension of a normal person. You can't fathom this, but it's what Carl Jung was saying about mass psychosis, and that's what's going on. They put a pandemic on you. They got everybody's brains broken, and then they start a war, and they say, well, these particular people are why you're suffering, and then the rest of the people are like, yeah, I'm fucking suffering, man. I want my life to go back the way it used to be. I want to be able to do whatever I want to. Well, to do that, you got to get rid of these people. And it starts off with Jewish people, Christians, people of color. Then it goes to Irish. Then it goes to anybody they want to pull. Any particular group of people. Mostly over the history of mankind, they targeted homosexuals. They targeted Jewish people. They targeted Christians. They target anybody that's got kind of compassion towards another human being, and they get rid of you. Execute you. You just saw the prior in this video what they did to these poor people. They just dropped fucking bombs on them, blow them up, legs blown off, intestines out of your body, people dead in cars, phones ringing, people trying to find out where their parents are at, grandparents are at. They're dead in the car. Nobody knows until later on. That's what you're supporting. So when you say, hey, let's support Ukraine, and let's go over there and help Ukrainians fight the Russians, you're actually saying, hey, let's support neo-Nazis so they can take over the world and kill my family and all my friends and everybody else that I love and care about and anything else that I stand for as a human being, because you're ignorant and stupid and don't ever go out of your little box. You're too worried about football games and baseball games and the price of gas and the convoys and all the other shit that goes on in this fucked up planet Earth here. I don't even know what to think, man. But we're dealing with so many sheep. The few people that will watch this video and go check out what I'm saying are the ones that are going to be around to tell the story. And most of these people that watch this and try to debunk what I'm saying or say stuff about Jimmy Dore, I'm not a huge fan of Jimmy Dore, but of recent times he's been dropping truth bombs, and I don't even understand how they're letting him do this, and I'm not even understanding how they got this guy Patrick Lancaster on YouTube too, and Gonzalo Loera. These people are, I'm surprised. I made a video just talking about biolabs, and they strike my channel. They tried to strike my channel, and I was right about that, and I'm right about what I'm saying. These are evil people. They're going to do a false flag. They're going to do something here in America, and they're going to try to blame the Russians, and you heard it here first. Well, actually, there's other people saying it too, and they're right. I don't trust none of these folks. They're not anything that you can trust. You can't put no faith in them. They're trying to manipulate your children. They got TikTokers on there trying to spread propaganda about the Russians. Who gives a fuck about the Russians, what they're doing over there? That's what most people are saying. We're saying a while back. Now they're like, oh, the Russians are murdering these Ukrainians and all this other shit, which is not true. They're over there getting these neo-Nazis, which is the truth. And then you follow the money. You got the Bidens. Everybody's been using Ukraine for a big old washer machine. They've been making shit tons of money, and they don't want that money to stop flowing through there. And they're going to do everything they can to keep it going, and if it takes World War III to do that, then fine. Because they're in their 80s. You have elected people that are in their 80s. They ain't got much longer to live. They don't care about blowing this planet up. They don't care about nothing. They're going to be safe. They already got their shit sorted out. They already got places to go to ride it out, their families and everything else. All they care about is ruling you. You've been ruled your whole entire life, and no one's ever stood up to these fuckers. From the beginning of time. Who gives anybody the right to rule anybody? Kings, queens, any of these people. They're not nothing to you. They're regular people just like you and I. They just have to be fortunate enough to be in families that control the world. Pretty much. It's been going on for thousands of years. The Rothschilds, every other kind of people you can think of, Jesuits, Masons, Luciferians, whatever you want to call these evil bastards, they're the ones doing this. They're the ones to blame. And you vote them in office, and you carry their banners, and you're fighting for them, and you have no idea what you're doing, and innocent people are dying on daily. So go check out the channels I said to check out if you want to learn more about what's going on, because I'm not going to keep making videos like this. It's just too taxing. It's too painful to sit there and watch people blown to smithereens, to report to 95% sheep, and only 5% of you folks really care about the truth. So I'm just doing this because I feel the obligation to do this, and it's telling me in my heart that I need to put this kind of information out there. For those who want to hear the truth, I'm here for you. For you people that want to start wars with Russia and all that, go there. Go. Pack your shit and go to Ukraine and go over there and fight and see how long you last. I would give you about 24 hours and you'll be in a casket if you're lucky.